man?
How's my favorite guy doing?
Doing good. I had a very productive week, man. I am ready to, and it's not over. I'm gonna be working hard till Sunday, bro. It's crazy.
Damn, bro.
They got me, man. But hey, I'd rather be busy than doing nothing. You feel me?
I hear
So
you,
it's all
man.
good.
I hear
It's
you.
all good. What's up with
But
you,
no,
man?
doing fantastic, man. Work week was good. That's pretty much it.
That's good.
Gonna hit
That's
the gym
good.
in the morning.
Right. Yeah, I just came from the gym. I just met with my trainer. So
That's what's up.
yeah, man.
That's what's up. Lakari, I just sent you an invite, so let me. Okay. Yo, yo, yo.
What's going on? What's popping?
Lakari, yo.
Good was good. Was good.
Good, brother.
Good with you.
How's your week?
Chilling. You know, it's out here living life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you got to teach some of these males the same thing, man. Oh my God, my life.
no, it's bad out here in these streets.
Yeah,
It's really bad.
If anybody go hit the playback of the Friday live show that me and Lucario did this afternoon, man.
Yeah.
There's a video of this dude that live in Atlanta. Some dude, he's a Grammy nominated songwriter, and he's out here trying to impress bitches. Imagine you write songs that the whole world loves and hears, and you still trying to impress a bitch.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
I was checking out a live. I just put up a video real quick, Miles, of a woman sitting up there saying there is nothing wrong with a man paying for my attention.
Wow. Wow. And here's the thing. So many men will look at that woman and think she's the problem. You understand? But here's what I know about women. They don't come up with any original ideas.
This is true.
Women don't come up with any original. All of women's ideas come from a man. So
True.
you got to ask yourself, why the hell does she believe that? What experiences has she been through for her to actually believe that and to say that out loud? Yeah, that means there's a couple of simp bitch ass dudes that showed her that reality.
Absolutely.
So now she thinks it makes sense.
Absolutely. You got one on here right now. He says he's done with America. He's about to board the plane right now. Passport.
Hey, let me tell you something. I just said this shit to Lucario earlier, bro. I was saying I might become a passport bro, not because of the bitches, but because of the bitch ass niggas. What? Come on, man. Like, yo, these niggas, bro.
It's crazy. I had a buddy argue with me 2 weekends ago. We went out drinking, and he stands by it. He's like, "You're not gonna find anything like it when you go overseas." I'm like, "Okay, man."
That's crazy.
It's crazy. All right, gentlemen. So let's get into the topic at hand. Keep it between 45. I'm not gonna hold you up. You guys got long nights and weekends, and Miles has a productive night and weekend going. So let's get into it. So tonight's topic is red pill rhetoric. Okay, it seems you guys have been talking about it all week. What the hell is this? What's going on? Let me hear from Lucario first. So what is the scuffle about this red pill shit?
Well, the thing is, you know, the whole red pill thing. It kind of just stems from guys who, and I've said this a bunch of times, it stems from guys who don't have any game. So what happens is when you don't have game, you make mistakes and you know, accidents happen in your life, right? And then so when those things happen, instead of understanding you're the reason why it happened, you point to something else. So it's basically a confusion of not understanding you're the problem. That's basically what red pill is red pill is just basically not understanding you're the problem. If you understood you're the problem, you wouldn't be red pill.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Appreciate that. Miles, if you want to put your definition or spin on it.
Red pill is a lack of responsibility. Red pill is a coping mechanism. You understand? It's a see. Let me tell you the reason why guys like Lucario and myself seem like we're so confident is because we're not afraid to understand that we're wrong.
Right.
You understand? We're not afraid to understand where it's our fault. We're not afraid to realize that yes, the position that I put myself in, it's all based on the decisions that I made to actually get there. You understand? And so I can't blame anybody else for what I'm going through. I can't blame social media. I can't blame the bitch. I can't blame the white man. I can't blame my homie. I can't blame anybody except me. And now, here's where the confidence comes in. After I deal with the disappointment and the feeling of failure, notice I said feeling. After I deal with the feeling of failure and I go over the situation in my mind, that's when I'm able to take the lesson from the failure. And that's when I'm able to attach it to my mindset and then say to myself, well, moving forward, I'm going to do this. Moving forward, I'm going to move differently. So I take the power from the failure and I use it to make better decisions moving forward. So that's why moving forward, I seem like I have so much confidence because I actually learned the lessons that I needed to fucking learn. Why? Because I blamed myself for everything. So it forced me to face everything myself and to be honest with what the solution is, and to be honest, first be honest with how I got here, and then to be honest about what the solution actually is, and then be willing to do that work to make myself better. And so when you see me next time, I'm super confident because I know that nobody controls this except me.
Gotcha. I have a question for both of you before we move on. Miles, you made a strong point. Is vulnerability a strong characteristic in a man?
What's the question? You said
is vulnerability a strong characteristic in a man?
I say it is. But see, it's how you receive it and it's how you use it, right? Because it's one thing to understand your vulnerabilities, meaning you understand your weak points. But if you understand your weak points, then you should also understand your strengths. And I'm not gonna dwell on my vulnerabilities to play the victim. You understand? Some people dwell on vulnerabilities just so they can have an excuse as to why something happened or to why that they're a victim. So vulnerability can be a good thing if you know how to use it. If you know how to say, hey, these are my weak points and I need to work on it. But if you say, hey, these are my vulnerabilities and that's why I'm a victim, so it's not my fault, leave me alone, it's not my responsibility, it's everybody else's fault because they took advantage of my vulnerabilities, then it becomes a bad thing.
Gotcha. Directed towards you, Lucario.
Yeah, I would say vulnerability in the sense of men trying to use vulnerability to connect with women, I don't think is necessarily a good thing. And what I mean is that sometimes guys try to lean on their woman when they're feeling vulnerable and looking to her for comfort so that he can feel better about himself through that interaction with his woman, right? So is one thing for you to, you're going to be, you're human, so you'll have some vulnerabilities here and there. The issue though is that, it shouldn't be a thing where you're looking towards your woman. Now, there might be things that happen or come up just out of the blue because, let's say you lost your job or something and you're feeling a certain type of way and your girl could see it on your face that you're feeling a certain type of way. That's one thing. But if that same guy comes to his girl and he's like, hey, I really got to talk to you about something. And then he's all, he's like crying to her and he's like, I need you here for support to talk this out with you and blah. And so he's dumping all this energy that doesn't need to be dumped on his woman. And she's not really equipped to handle that. And she's not real. That's not his position. Like he shouldn't even be doing that type of stuff. Right. Like, because he could say, yo, just want to let you know I lost my job. So I got to, get a new joint. And, I got to start looking for something new. That's all he need to say to her. Now, however he's feeling about that, go to your therapist, go to one of your boys and have that conversation. You don't need to dump that on your woman. And I think a lot of times the reason why guys do that is because they listen to their women and the women are telling them to do it. So they think the women wants that because they're like, oh, but I feel closer to you. And no. They're saying that because that's what women are going to say because that's what women think is going to make them closer. Which, in reality, that's going to drive them farther apart because then that type of energy makes her not view him or see him in the position that he's supposed to be in, which is leader. You see, I always say it like this: if your boss is at work and your boss came to you and said, "Hey, I don't know what the hell's going on with the company. We might go under," because he's all nervous about something, that's going to affect your work. If you're a person who's praising a God and God came down and said, "Hey, what's up? I'm God. Listen, you know, I know you was praying to me earlier, but I'm confused as to what to do." You'd be like, "What the fuck? You trying to tell me God don't know what to do?" So then that's what happens when you're vulnerable with your chick and trying to confide in her that way. You're basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're messing up the situation that you have. Just you know
I
what I
get you.
mean? That's
All right, so clear up some confusion real quick before I get into this, because this is great for both of you. And you guys are going to start laughing, but I do this for the audience. So you guys are so quick on your shows to tell guys, well, this is how you're supposed to run it. This is how you're supposed to run your relationships. This is how you're supposed to conduct yourself. But it seems like a lot of your audience and your viewers, every time you guys post pictures with April or Miles is out with one of his girls and stuff like that, you're holding hands or she's on the side of the sidewalk. So guys are getting confused as of, well, wait. And Miles always laughs when I said this. Aren't I supposed to be a heartless prick?
I was laughing last time.
Go ahead, Lucario. Go ahead, bro.
Miles is a heartless prick. Nah, okay. Miles is mad cool. Y'all don't know about that. You know what's funny? All of us are so cool in real life that it's ridiculous. Y'all don't even realize. But anyway, but so what's the question? You saying should we be heartless pricks?
No. I'm just,
or are we
saying, so what you guys teach and stuff like that. It's so funny when I see you guys post on your Instagrams and stuff like that. You're hanging out with April, you're doing date night, or Miles is doing something with his girl. You guys are holding hands. Miles went to the seminar in Vegas and she went up the escalator and almost tripped, but he said, watch your step. Because you could see it coming. And Miles is always like, well, you have to conduct yourself a certain way as a man. So guys get confused, Lucario. Aren't I supposed to be a heartless prick?
No, well, see, that's the thing. It's not, see, when you first are out here doing what you do, it's not about you being a heartless prick. It's about you just focusing on yourself. Now, focusing on yourself, you know, from the perspective of certain women makes you look like a heartless prick because you're not bowing down to what they want you to do specifically. But then what happens is that when a woman who's smart recognizes a man who has a plan and a program, she says, oh, he's a man, let me get with what he's doing. Once she's with that guy and she's consistent with him as he's consistent with her, then she gets to reap the benefits off of being with an actual man. So this is why you'll see us with our women, and we actually treat our women awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so when the woman gets into a position where she's your girl, like she's actually a serious woman that you love, then yeah, she can get all that stuff. But when you met a girl last week, Tuesday, and you're trying to give her all these things, she hasn't earned that spot. So you're basically being ridiculous. So it's not to be a heartless prick, it's just to be so focused on you that you're just doing you, and then just their perspective is you might be a heartless prick because you're not simping or bound down to them.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. Go ahead, Miles.
Right.
You know, here's the thing, right? And here's how you know that most guys never been with a woman that likes them for them.
Right.
Okay? The reason why they only know two extremes is because of their own perspective and their lack of experience. And here's what I'm saying. When I meet a woman and I'm focused on me, if she likes me, I'm the greatest man in the world. If she doesn't like me, I'm a heartless prick and I'm an asshole. You understand? So what you're seeing when you see me with my chick, when you see Lucario with his chick, and we look like we damn near romantically simping, it's us doing us with women who understand the focus that we have on ourselves. And they're following our focus, and they're focused on us as well. So they get to experience the beautiful side, the romantic side, because they've earned that part of us. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the difference between a woman that fucks with you and a woman that don't fuck with you. But so many of these guys is like, well, it's either, you know, a rom-com romance like The Notebook, or I gotta be an asshole.
Correct.
No, you just don't know. You just never been with a fucking woman that likes you.
Right.
You understand? Because most of the time when you're trying to look, the game is tough. I'm not acting like it's like as soon as you go out and holler at a couple of chicks, it's just you just go and get a perfect fucking relationship. I'm not saying that.
Right.
We tell you guys it's a numbers game. But the thing is that when guys don't know about how it feels when a woman fucks with you for you, all they know is, well, whenever they was trying to be honest and real with a bitch, the bitch acted like, oh, well, you just an asshole. Fuck you. I ain't fucking with you.
Right.
And then the other end is when they like, you know, meet with a chick that kind of likes them or whatever, but they're doing shit to try to impress the bitch. So they're like, well, I gotta be a simp or I gotta be a fucking what'd you say it again? What was it again?
Heartless prick, your favorite
heartless
word.
prick. I gotta be a simp or a heartless prick. But see, here's the thing. It ain't simping if your bitch is following you.
Right. Exactly. That's a fact.
You get what I'm saying? It ain't simping if your chick understands your program. Because you might see a picture of me. You might see me and my girl walking down the street. You'll see her on the inside of the sidewalk. You'll see me holding her hand. When we get to the car, you'll see me put her in the car. Niggas would be like, man, let her walk to the car by her fucking self, nigga. That ain't. What you don't see, you think I'm simping. I'm controlling the situation.
Right.
Gotcha.
I am influencing and mitigating her safety. And bro, let me tell you something. Did you know that if I get out of my car and I don't go or walk around and open the door, you know it's fucked up, but my woman will sit in the car for probably 6 hours. Understand what I'm saying? She will sit in the car until I go and open. She's not gonna open the door, bro.
Right.
And no, this little shit like that niggas don't understand. When you see me holding my woman's hand, you know what I'm doing? I'm making sure she's walking sexy in them fucking heels. But that's what I'm saying. The average nigga hasn't experienced women enough to see what I'm really doing.
Right.
To him, he's like, oh, this nigga Miles is simping. He this, he that. No. What you see is influence, consistency, and control.
There you go.
And it's not control like I got my foot on her neck.
Correct.
It's control based on the submission that she chose to give me. And that's what I'm trying to say. These cats don't understand that level of the game. They think I'm simping. But bro, you don't understand. If I don't hold her hand, she stops walking.
Right. Okay.
Like have you, and I don't mean to compare women to dogs, but have you ever seen those when they train a dog to sit and the trainer like walks away for like 5 minutes and the dog just sit right there, don't move, no leash, no nothing. The dog just sits right there. That's what you're seeing, bro. And again, that's because of the level of consistency and respect and vision and influence and everything that we've coached into these women over the course of the vetting process that makes them believe in us to the extent that, yes, my woman will sit in the car for hours until I come over and open the fucking car door. Because, bro, let me tell you something. I've been in Ubers. I've been in a situation with Ubers where the Uber tried to be a gentleman and open the door. The nigga will open the door and he'll put his hand out to take her out the car and she'll sit right there. She'll just be looking around like she don't know, like she acting like she don't even see this nigga. And then I'll have to look at the Uber driver and I have to be like, yo, bro, I got it.
Right.
And then he goes, okay, my bad. Okay, I got you. Yeah, word, bro. Because my woman knows that no other man can take her out the car, bro. Even if it's a fucking Uber. You see what I'm saying? So these are the things that the average guy that's still trying to take a bitch to the steakhouse just to impress her, he has no fucking idea what I'm doing.
Right.
So I'm actually being a heartless prick and a dictator, but she loves it.
Can you guys please make shirts? Can you make these shirts, please, Dario? Heartless pricks. I don't even need a percentage. Please, I will start dying laughing. Oh, my God. All right, gentlemen, let's get into the topic at hand. because you guys could be kicking game all night. So, and this is Lucario's favorite, because Lucario, I got some scenarios for you that you're going to start laughing.
Oh.
All right. So the definition of red pill, a metaphor when taking the red pill is becoming more aware of the political bases inherent in society, including the mainstream media, and ultimately becoming an independent thinker. Side notes. Believing in this ideology, does it make a man weaker or stronger, Miles?
Wait, what makes a man weaker or stronger?
After hearing this definition of what the red pill is. Being aware of mainstream, what did it say? Mainstream media, and ultimately becoming an independent thinker.
You see, there's a paradox in there that I don't like. Because if I'm an independent thinker, why do I have to be aware of mainstream bullshit?
Exactly.
You see the paradox?
Yeah, I see where you're going with it.
Hey, let me tell you something. You know, I haven't watched the local news in a very long time.
I haven't either.
Right.
I don't even watch the world news. I really don't know what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. I really don't know what's going on with Gaza and Palestine and Israel. I don't know what's going on, and I don't say that to say that I'm proud of my ignorance, right? But what I'm saying is that I say that to say that I'm so focused on my own life and the things that I'm trying to manifest, and the programs that I'm trying to do, you know, the goals that I'm trying to accomplish, and everything that I'm trying to do as far as, you know, our business and all of these things. I really can't spend time on mainstream ideologies and news. You get what I'm saying? The only time I actually talk about the news is when we do the Bad Boy show.
Right.
That's the only time I consider the news, but everything else has to do with what I'm focused on, which is my business, my life. You understand? Like, you know, everything me and Lucario do together, what I do on my own, you know, the relationships I have, and so on and so, my family, my nephew, all these type of things. You get what I'm saying? So I don't even have time to be depressed by none of that shit. So the paradox in your question says you're an independent thinker, but you're still focused on mainstream narratives. So,
correct.
So the independent thinker part is cool, but the mainstream narrative kind of negates the independent thinker.
And so
you
understand? It's them being aware of mainstream.
This is the definition that I found. So that's what. So pretty much what they're saying, Lucario, is when you become red pill, you're more aware of the political biases inherent in society, including the mainstream media, and ultimately becoming an independent thinker.
Well, the thing with that is that it still doesn't it still doesn't, like, basically what I'm saying is that adhering to that doesn't even make sense, because what happens is that your reality of or you know, what you encounter in your day-to-day, or how you view the world, or your perspective, right, is supposed to be based on you being an individual anyway. You feel what I'm saying?
I get you.
So it's kind of like, and this is why, and this is what a lot of the red pill talk about. They always bring up statistics, right? This is why I don't really pay attention to statistics, because even within statistics, what most red pill guys focus on is the loser part of the statistic, even if they think about statistics. Because if I'm the winner in the statistic, why the fuck do I care about the statistics? Because I'm winning. So if they say, for example, they'll say, you know, even with dating, they'll say, you know, on dating apps, you know, the red pill, you know, truth is that 80% women think 80% of guys on dating apps are unattractive, right? So, which means there's 20% they think are attractive. I'm in the 20%. So why do I give a fuck about the statistic? I'm winning. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Winning, I don't need the statistics, because I'm always winning. They say, you know, 3 out of 4 businesses fail. Well, I'm the business that didn't fail. I'm winning. Why do I give a fuck about the statistics? See, the person who cares about the statistics are the losers. So the red pill is focused on being the loser. Oh, well, you're telling me that this amount of women are doing this, so now they're scared in some type of way, because they identify with the loser. You see what I'm saying?
Real quick, I was gonna say this.
Go ahead.
It's kind of like constantly telling you, hey, bro, the odds are stacked against you.
Right.
And it's like, why do I, if I'm trying to be successful in my own life, why do I need to listen to that?
Right, exactly. It's crazy.
That's great. I love it. Thank you, gentlemen, for clearing that up. All right, Lucario, it's your favorite time. Scenarios. What the red pill is actually thinking. Here we go. Stuff that I looked up. Shit is funny. Here we go. I don't care about women right now. I need to focus on making money and staying on my purpose.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, all of that is cope. And the thing is you know, staying on your purpose, making money, all this other stuff. The thing that people got to understand is everything is connected. You understand? So the issue with that is that it's cope because by them doing those things, okay, I'm gonna be on my purpose or whatever that means for those people and make my money and all this other stuff. Everything you're doing is still tied to or related to women.
Right.
Basically what happens is, you know, what you call it, my mentor Anthony DeMello, who's a spiritual teacher, he basically said when you renounce something, you're tied to it. You're automatically tied to what you renounce. So if you're saying, well, I'm not dealing with these women, I'm going to do this over here. Every time you do this over here, you're tying it to women because that's why you're doing this over here. You see what I'm saying? So the ironic part is you're trying to get away from that, the women, but you're tying yourself to the women by trying to get away from women. So the thing is that there's no getting away from it because everything is connected. So the fact that you're trying to get away from it is still connected to you thinking about them because that's what you're trying to get away from. So it's like, it's so weird that these guys don't realize this because every time they're making money or being on their purpose or whatever, they're still surrounded by and interacting with women either directly or indirectly. So it's always going to come back to them and when they think about this, because what's going to happen is that they're going to be in a situation where they're making money and then they're going to think about the last time they were with a woman when they spent this amount of money, or this woman played him because he didn't have enough money, or whatever the hell it is. And so that's the rationalization or the cope that guys have when they say, well, I'm going to focus on this and I'm not going to do that. And usually they're focusing on those things because they think doing those things is going to make it easier for them to get women. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I get what you're saying. Go ahead, Miles.
Can you just say it again for me?
Sure, of course. Anytime. I don't care about women right now. I need to focus on making money and staying on my purpose.
All right, check this out. So, staying on your purpose. Now, when it comes to purpose and being the man that you're trying to become, I always ask my clients, this man that you're trying to become on your purpose, does he or does he not have a woman in his life?
Right.
Ultimately. Right? Answer is always yes, right?
Yeah.
Because our client base, our audience is heterosexual men who ultimately want a girlfriend, a wife, a family, all that type of shit. So prioritizing yourself includes setting aside time to meet women. No matter how you slice it. Because you say, well, you know, I'm not dealing with this, I'm not dealing with that. I'm prioritizing me. Okay. Are you actually trying to be a monk? I know they talk about monk mode, but are you actually trying to be a monk, my nigga? I don't think so.
No.
At some point you wanna smash something. At some point you wanna go out on dates, you wanna have the companionship of a female, correct?
Right.
Yes. The answer is always fucking yes. So my thing is this: if you're prioritizing yourself, the skill of dealing with women is a part of your prioritization, no matter how you want to slice it, bro. So the thing is, just like how you make, okay, you got to get up, you got to wash your ass, brush your teeth, go to work. You got to go to the gym. You know, you might got to go to the dentist. You got to go to the doctor. And listen, bro, you got to holler at bitches too.
Exactly.
It's a part of the man that you're trying to become. So for you to take all this time off, that's like saying, well, you know, I'm focused on my purpose right now, so I'm not gonna go to the dentist for the next 5 years because, you know, I don't have time for that shit. Or I'm focused right now, so I'm not gonna take a shower for the next couple of months because I really gotta lock in.
Right.
Like, fuck out of here, you dumb idiot. Like you not gonna wash your ass because you're so locked in on your purpose. Shut the fuck up. Because your purpose is a complete idea.
Right.
The purpose, that's why I came up with the masculine identity, because it has to do with everything about you as a man, bro. Everything. And that's why I came up with the soap, because you gotta wash your ass, right? You gotta fucking go to work, you gotta do your job, you gotta work out, you gotta go to the dentist. Sometimes you gotta go to the laundry, go to the grocery store, you gotta eat, you gotta shit, you gotta shave. It's a part of everything that makes you your identity.
Right.
So miss me with all that, oh, well, I ain't dealing with women right now. All you're saying is, I'm afraid to talk to women.
I hear you. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Women lie to us, so we as men should lie to them to gain the upper hand. Miles.
Number one, I'm a man. I always have the upper hand.
Right.
Number two, men and women are not equal. So just because they lie to me don't mean I got to lie to them. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then another thing is, number three, you should value the opportunity to disappoint a woman. And I say that because you want to disappoint a woman because you want to see how she responds. You understand? Because here's what a lot of niggas don't understand, and here's why it's fucked up with so many guys trying to impress women on the first date. Disappointing a woman tells you more about the woman and how she feels about you than impressing the woman. You get what I'm saying? But so many guys are deathly afraid of disappointing the woman, so they never learn how she actually feels about them.
Right.
So then they get into relationships with these women, and then ultimately the woman ends up treating them like shit because she never actually felt you in the first place, because this entire time all you was trying to do was impress this bitch. You never took the opportunity to disappoint her. Why? Because you were afraid. You were afraid of losing her. You understand? Like I said, I'm a man, so at the end of the day, I always have the upper hand. So you should never be afraid of losing any woman. You understand? So you relish the opportunity to disappoint her just to see how she responds. Now, if she's down for you, she's gonna be disappointed. She's gonna be upset.
Right.
But pay attention to how she behaves. Does she get belligerent? Does she get disrespectful? Or does she get remorseful and ask you for clarity and support to help her through the emotional aspect of the disappointment?
Right.
Because if she wants you to help her through the emotional aspect of the disappointment, that means she wants to stay with you regardless of the disappointment. And that's a true indicator of how deep her feelings are for you. You understand? And I'm guilty of this myself. I've been in situations where, like, I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna wait till this time to tell her, or you know what? I'm gonna keep this from her because I don't want to hear her mouth. I don't want to get into an argument. I don't want to disappoint her. No, disappoint her. Tell her the truth and see her fucking response, and that'll tell you everything you want to know.
And I'll say this, as far as
the
lying is concerned, so guys will be like, oh, well, I'm going to lie to her because she's lying to me. First of all, you got to understand, women are supposed to lie.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? This is, and what I mean by, let me break it down. Women are supposed to lie to men because they have to differentiate the strong from the weak. So is this. If you're a strong man, you're a leader, which means you have a program and a structure and a way you do things. So what that means is that no matter what a woman is saying doesn't count or doesn't matter, because in order for her to be in my presence and in order for her to be in my life, she has to follow what I'm saying. So what happens is that when a woman lies to a man and that man follows her, that's showing he's weak. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Woman says, I'm not that type of girl. We should wait to have sex because I need to be emotionally connected. She's lying to him. But because he's a dumbass and because he's not a leader, what he's going to do is he's like, okay, I will wait. We could go on more dates, right? So he's a weak dude.
Mm-hmm.
So he follow her because he has that in him to follow a woman. Now, same scenario. Guy's talking to the girl. She's like, oh, well, we got to get to know each other. We got to wait. He's like, listen, we ain't going to do all of that. Listen, I'm going to head out. When you're ready to do what I want, call me. Right? Because he knows she's bullshitting. You see what I'm saying? And, but he's still staying on his program and his purpose of how he wants to do things. And so what happens is that a woman's lie can never penetrate your situation if you're a leader. Because whatever you're doing and whatever's happening has to be based on your leadership and her following it. So let's say I tell a woman, hey, listen, we're going to do this, 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 and that. And let's say she's pretending to follow me in a sense of, she's like, oh, I'm going to do everything he says now, but later I might switch it up. Let's say 6 months goes by, she's doing everything I say. Now she's trying to switch it up. Guess what? She's gone. But I got 6 months of cooperation, whether she was lying or not. Doesn't matter.
I get you.
So,
see, that's why as a man, you always have the upper hand.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Either way, I still got what I wanted in the situation because either way, no matter what, if she's lying or telling the truth, one thing remains. She's following what the fuck I'm saying, period. So, so it doesn't matter if she's lying because what happens is even if she's lying, I'm still in a situation where she's following my lead. So a lot of times the problem is guys get mad when women lie because these guys are ready to follow the woman's lead regardless. And they're like, oh, she did this and she said this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, that's your fault because you follow the woman.
Well, you guys get that all the time through every time you guys do a show. That is the common thing is that she did this, she did that. Well, you guys always explain you are the common denominator in the situation. You control the situation. It has nothing to do with the woman. So I get it. All right, here we go. Let me see. A woman's body count should mean everything to a man. And a woman should walk around with the number of the men they slept with on their foreheads. Lucario.
Andrew Tate say that or some shit. Shout out to Andrew Tate. He said that. Oh my God, that shit is hilarious.
That was funny.
You know, what was funny about that is, again, this whole topic of body count and all these other things, again, it just goes back to men not understanding their value and feeling like victims and basically, just worrying about what women are doing. See, there's no need to worry about what a woman is doing or has done. Because if you're leading, then all she has to do is follow. The problem with that is, again, they come with statistics and they come with all these things. Well, statistically speaking, if a woman had sex with this amount of people, then she can't bear pawn and blah, 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 blah. Even though all of that is BS because see, when you have game, you critically think, right? Now, someone says that, oh, well, statistically speaking, women who had sex with 5 or more guys, they're not going to be able to pair bond. Okay, let's go with that. Now, the first question I would ask is, how did you get that information? Because where are they following these women since they became sexually active to know how many guys they had sex with to actually do the test in the first place?
Correct.
On top of that, when they if they did do the test, how do they know the reason why the relationship didn't work was because of finances? Or maybe because they just didn't get along and they were arguing or whatever because of something that had to do with things outside of sex. Right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the dude cheated. Maybe he was being abusive. Who knows, right? Why is it always this thing where that's the isolated thing that caused this relationship to end? So when you dig deeper and you think critically, then you realize, well, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. How did they even get this information? When did they do it? I've never seen a marriage certificate say how many bodies the chick had as she's about to get married. I've never seen a woman write down her body count on a marriage certificate so that we can see from the time she was married until the divorce that caused it. Like where are we doing this at? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a bunch of
It's crazy. Here's my thing now, before I pass it to Miles, and also too, this is what befuddles me, Lucario, is why do you think women won't share how many men they've slept with?
Because motherfuckers are basically sensitive, man. Nobody, remember, and you got to understand this also. The guys who care are the guys who aren't getting it. You understand what I'm saying? So if a woman shares, hey, guess what? I slept with, 59 dudes. And then he's like, but wait a second, like you said 59, the other girl said 72, the other girl said 89, and I only had sex with one woman in my life, and all the other women I wanted to have sex with didn't give me none. So of course I'm gonna be mad. I'd be pissed off too. I'd be shaming women too if I couldn't get no pussy. You feel what I'm saying? I would feel some type of way if I knew women were getting fucked and I wasn't doing the fucking. I would also be mad and shame them and make up statistics and fucking weird ass scientific studies that never happened. I'd do the same thing. I would try to find a way to shame women so they can stop fucking these guys and give me some. I would do the same thing.
It's crazy. Go ahead, Miles.
You know, I want to say that I saw a video the other day. Shout out to my guy. His name is Jeremy Hill. Jeremy Hill on YouTube, and he did a video. And a lot of guys, they don't talk, like a lot of guys in the red pill don't really talk about this, because what really causes women to not be able to pair bond as much is if they've been molested as a child. It's like if there's sexual trauma in their lives,
right?
That's the actual real reason for a lack of trauma bonding. I mean, for a lack of pair bonding. Right. And then a lot of those women might depending on the experience, they might end up being promiscuous. But it's not because of their body count. It's because of the origins of their perceptions of what sex is.
Right.
You get what
I'm
saying? So there's a lot more nuance to this whole, why women might not be able to pair bond type shit. You know? But see, again, the red pill, independent thinkers who are aware of social narratives, you get what I'm saying? They're, the odds are stacked against you, bro, because if her body count is more than 5, then she's not gonna want to.
Right.
Look, let me tell you, man. I can only focus on me.
Right.
And if the fit is snug and wet, that's all I care about, bro.
That's right.
Bro, let me tell you something. I have never in my life, even when I was simping, I have never in my life actually asked a woman her body count. Never.
Right.
It's not something that I care about, bro. And let me tell you something else a lot of niggas don't know about women and pussy. You know when a woman is feeling you and she's like, she's spasming and she's coming and shit?
Oh, yeah.
The walls of the vagina contract to fit the shape of your package, bro.
Correct.
So, and I don't care what her body count is or how ran through her pussy is. If she's really feeling you, you're going to feel it.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, that's what the. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys that they talk this shit, it's a lot of dudes that they don't have enough experience having sex.
It's too deep. It's too deep.
Literally. Because when a woman is sitting on top of you and she's fucking convulsing and you feel the fucking muscles in her vagina going like this, you seriously thinking about her body count at that moment, my nigga?
No.
Stop playing with me, bro. Like, y'all niggas is dumb, bro.
No.
Bro, yo, come on, son. You with a woman, bro, and then y'all about to get it in, and then you go down there and you feel, and it feels like you touching, you sticking your hand in a fucking Fiji bottle of water, and you worried about her body count at that point?
Yeah.
Stop playing with me, bro.
Yo, it's crazy, man.
Yo, pussy muscles, they all right, think about it this way. What about a woman that has kids, that had kids already? You know how wide her fucking vaginal walls had to open up to bring a child into the world?
Right.
Some of these chicks had to get stitches to put it back together.
Right.
So what about that? It's niggas that have kids with a woman and still fuck the shit out their wife after she finished having kids. Of course, after she heals up and everything like that. Because the vaginal walls come back together.
Correct.
Whatever you put inside the vaginal walls, if she's attracted, the vaginal walls are gonna lock onto that bitch. But see, Those body count niggas don't know that because they haven't had enough experience with pussy.
Exactly.
Well, what does Steve say? They don't know how to
They-
fuck.
Right.
Can I share something with you that really pissed me off?
Mm.
And I just want to say this. This is crazy. So I watched it 3 times last night. You guys remember Set It Off. And I watched just one particular fucking scene. And Nate walks over to Jada Pinkett Smith's character. And in order for Jada Pinkett Smith to get the fucking check, she had to have sex with him. Do you know? I went through the comments, and these niggas had the nerve to say, yeah, he was cracking that ass.
Oh, my God.
Did they watch the same thing that I watched?
That's terrible.
He's on top of her. She is looking at the fucking wall. What do you mean he cracked her ass?
But I'm telling you, that's how these dudes are, man. Like, you know, it's unfortunate that a lot of you got to understand a mass number of men are sexually frustrated. They've never been in a relationship with a woman that likes them. They have to pay for pussy. They have to pay for, you know, affection and a bunch of dates and all that. So a lot of guys are in that thing.
Right.
You understand? So the rhetoric matches, like, it actually makes sense that there's a lot of this type of rhetoric, because the thing is, you have to find some way to cope. You understand? You know, like how this is what dudes will do. They'll see a chick that's hot, right? And they'll look at her for a little while, and then they want to approach her, but then they don't approach her because they're scared. And then this is what they're gonna say when they walk away. They'll be like, "Man, she looked like she's probably a bitch anyway."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So because of their fear, they have to say something to rationalize
the
whole situation so they can cope with the reality. So it's like, well, these chicks out here fucking, you know, they doing all this stuff. Well, it's because, you know, that's going to damage them, and they're damaged, and they can't pair bond, and they're up this and this. So it's the same thing. They have to say these things to cope with the fact that they're not getting sex. They have to cope with the fact that women don't like them. They got to cope with the fact that they got to go overseas to get pussy. They got to cope with the fact that women are playing games with them and playing them and using them for money. All these things, it's a cope. So they have to say these things in order to deal with it, because to deal with the reality is worse. The reality is you're in the situation you're in because you choose to be a loser. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You choose to be a loser. And
here's my favorite though, Lucario, and then we're gonna move on because we're around that. But here's my favorite that you're also gonna run into as well. Here's my thing with a lot of and my cousin did this, and it was so stupid. They say he went up to me and he wanted to talk to the baddest chick in Manhattan, and he said, "Let's say we're football players." Are you fucking kidding me? I got a fly tuxedo on. I got my Western cow. I'm me. Okay? I'm not worried about, I'm not a football player. Okay? I'm me. It had me dying laughing. All these guys with these fucking excuses. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. That's crazy.
That's what happens.
That's crazy. If you don't have SMV in this dating pool, you cannot talk to women.
Oh my God, this is hilarious, man! I swear.
What? Who decides SMV?
Yo,
but and you see what I'm saying with the popular narratives, man. Like, they put you in position to be at the behest of what other people think all the time, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't even like to say "fuck what others think." I don't even like to say that. I like to remind myself even and my clients, instead of saying "fuck what others think," say the only thing that matters is what I think. What I think is all that matters. Because even when you say "fuck what others think," you're still addressing what others think.
Exactly.
You're still using the words "what others think." So you have to just be so focused that even your words show you're only thinking about what you think. Only what I think is important. Right? So even with all the statistics, like you said, Lucario, right? 80% of the guys are not attractive. Well, you know what? I'd like to think that I'm in the 20% then. I'm going to choose to be a part of the winning percentage. So I don't need to give a fuck about this statistic.
Right.
So, if you don't have SMV, well, fuck it. I have SMV. So I'm going to go talk to some bitches.
Right.
The fuck are we talking about? Like, these dudes, it's like they go out of their way to be victims and losers. And that's the part. Look, at the same time, I'll say this. Because we're talking about red pill rhetoric, right? I'll say this. I'm not even a fan. I'm not a fan of organized religion and mega churches and all that shit. But if you need to go there every Sunday to keep your sanity, please go. You get what I'm saying? If you need to listen to somebody spit a bunch of red pill rhetoric in order for you to understand that water's wet and the sky's blue, brother, do you tune in? Because I don't knock anybody's hustle, and I don't, and more importantly, I don't knock anybody's method of maintaining their own sanity. Because all of us are different people, and we need different ways to kind of deal with life as it is. So if that's the stage that you're at right now, where you still need to believe in statistics and body counts and all this other shit, then by all means do that. When you're ready to graduate, however, you could come get some game.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'll leave it right there. But at the same time, it's like I'm at the stage with this game shit that I choose to be in the winning category, regardless of what anybody says. And I'm gonna take action and design the reality that I want. So I don't give a fuck what you're talking about as far as SMV. I'm gonna go holler at this female because I find her attractive, and I'm gonna go see what happens. Because I'm not waiting for a statistic to tell me what happens. I'm gonna take action and see for myself what happens.
That just went over their head before Lucario answers what you said. Water is wet. Got last Boy Scout Bruce Willis. Don't think I didn't pick that up. Go ahead, Lucario.
But you know,
that movie's the best too. By the way,
whole SMV, for those who don't know, sexual market value, which is kind of weird because that's some shit that a bunch of dudes came up with to talk about other dudes' sex appeal. And what women would like based on that, which is kind of moist. But the thing is, right? But the thing is that, you know, what's funny about that whole situation is that when they talk about the sexual market, right? They're saying on a like, they're generally talking about like a broad scale, like this is the market and this is where you stand in the market, right? The problem with that is that it doesn't necessarily make sense, because what is sexually appealing varies way too much for it to be a thing that you can quantify in a market, because everybody's is too different. And also what happens is that what makes you sexually appealing is not just the way you look, but it's a combination of things that give you that sex appeal. So you can't even talk about what your marketability is in the sexual market when it depends on the interaction you have with any said particular woman and whichever woman you're having that interaction with. So it's like you're talking about something that you can't even really necessarily talk about unless you're in the particular situation. So like, and this is the thing, when people think about these things, they think very surface level and simple minded about it. So they never get to the real point of it, which is why it's so easy to sort of sway these guys to think this nonsense. Because if you just think of everything surface level, well, this is this, and then because this is that, then it's a wrap. Well, you're only 5'7", then it's over for you, bro. And you got to be. It's like all that nonsense goes into these guys' heads, because what happens is that when they don't have game and they're relying on this sexual market value, right? All they're doing is essentially trying to simplify why they're losing. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's not because I don't have game. It's not because I didn't work on myself. It's because I'm only 5'8" and women only like 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? It's because I don't have a six pack and women, you see what I mean? It's like all that nonsense. They try to simplify it to give them an excuse to not actually make things happen. You see what I'm saying?
I get you. All right, gentlemen, we are past that hour. You guys are fantastic. Go ahead, lead it off with your shows, what you guys got going on. The floor is yours.
Definitely get the soap, get the Masculine Identity soap. You know, hit that QR code and go to masculineidentitymembership.com to get the soap. The soap is awesome. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you guys check us out on badboymembership.com just so you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month that will teach you how to step up your game. And also go to masculineidentitymembership.com so that you guys can understand who you are, understand your identity, and get that shit cracking so you can step up your game. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, Miles, if you got anything. Your Saturday shows, your Sunday shows.
So tomorrow we got the Manhood is a Skill Set show at 1:30 Eastern, and Lucario's going live at 5.
Yeah.
Lucario's going live at 5 Saturday evening. Make sure y'all tune in to Lucario YouTube Live Saturday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we also have the Real Game No Theory featuring Steve the Dean, Mr. 1950, Kay Zaggin, Mr. Lucario, and myself. So make sure you guys tune in, man. That's Real Game No Theory, 12 noon Eastern Time on any one of those any one of those guys I just mentioned. You can pick it up on anybody's channel if you subscribe to them. So make sure you subscribe. And yeah, man, Too Dapper. Hey, bro, appreciate you so much for having these discussions. These shits are dope, man. Appreciate you, brother. Right.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys always coming on.
Yep.
So, gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, and we'll get together. I'll check with your calendars.
Yes.
All right, guys.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
Later.
Peace.
Stay safe. All right, guys. It's Miles Lucario, the bad boys of the dating game. I mean, you know, what are you going to do, man? They came in, melted the fucking place down. Guys, thank you so much. Over 45 viewers. This is so fucking amazing. You guys come in, new followers. I love you guys so much. Physical copies of A Man's Undeniable Truth is coming out next week. I will be ordering them. So please hit me up, DM me, let me know. You can get your digital copies. The link is in the bio. Please have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe and take care of each other.